Just hours before their first court appearance, a major decision has already changed everything for Kendra Duggar, and it could directly impact her ability to reconnect with her children. Joseph and Kendra Duggar are set to appear in court on April 29th at 2 p.m., but new developments are already unfolding ahead of that hearing. According to newly released court documents obtained by TMZ, Kendra has secured a significant legal victory after a no-contact order against her was officially lifted. Last week, her attorney, Travis Story, formally appeared on her behalf and entered a not guilty plea to charges of false imprisonment and endangerment. Her legal team also pushed to have the no-contact order removed, stating that the individuals involved actually want communication with Kendra to resume. They argued that she had fully complied with every requirement of the order and that keeping it in place was interfering with important third-party evaluations connected to the case. The judge ultimately agreed and, on the 17th of this month, signed off on dissolving the no-contact order entirely. As a result, DHS can now step in to supervise and support efforts to reunite Kendra with her children, who were previously protected under that order. So what does this really mean moving forward?
It's important to note that this decision applies only to Kendra, and it does not mean she has regained custody of her children. What it does allow is supervised visitation, something she was not permitted to have before. She can also now communicate with them by phone. However, the case is still ongoing, and until further issues are resolved, she will not be allowed to be alone with them. Kendra's legal situation began shortly after Joseph's arrest for crimes committed in Florida, which triggered an investigation into their home. Reports from that investigation described troubling living conditions, including bedroom doors that had locks on the outside, among other concerns. At this point, Joseph still has no contact with the children. He and Kendra are being handled in separate legal proceedings, something Kendra herself referenced in a released jail call. While Kendra now has limited access to communicate with the kids, Joseph does not have that same ability, at least not unless his legal team successfully petitions for it. Even beyond his case in Arkansas, his release conditions require that any interaction with his children be supervised by a third party. Looking ahead to Wednesday's hearing, there's a possibility that neither Kendra nor Joseph will physically appear in court. Their attorneys may represent them instead, and the hearing itself could even take place over Zoom. Situations like this are incredibly difficult, especially for the children involved. The uncertainty alone can be overwhelming, and despite any reassurances they're given, there's a real chance they may not see their father again for a very long time. Is this outcome ultimately in their best interest? Possibly, but that doesn't take away from how frightening and confusing this must be for them. Stay tuned, because this story is still developing, and there will be more updates very soon.